myself some room to breathe. When the sun comes up tomorrow, gonna live like I'm on borrowed time. 'Cause I am, but ain't we all on the land before we learn to crawl? In the end, is it worth the grain of salt? We've all got so much. How much stuff is gonna be enough? When the sun comes up at the break of day, gonna mastermind my getaway. Gonna leave behind the crazy crowd. Gonna run about and shout so loud, hey world, try to catch me now. We've all got so much. How much stuff is gonna be enough? We've all got so much. How much stuff is gonna be enough?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Her name is Shaylin. That is called This Moment, and my name is Tim Kelly. Thank you for joining me in this moment on a special Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. Shaylin is related to the one and only Miss Patsy Cline, distant relative, and she's going to be joining us September 22nd live on this program. Before that, Scott Allen Savoy kicking off the program tonight. When the Sun Comes Up, it's about to go down in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I'm broadcasting live from the Tim Kelly Studios in Branson, Missouri. KICRIndieCountryRadio.com is our website. We are live over there as well. And we got a great live show for you tonight on this Wednesday. I've got a special guest by the name of Mark Perkins going to join me at the bottom half of this first hour. He is going to play at Freedom Jam September 30th in St. Peters, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. And yours truly is also going to be there emceeing that event. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a fun time on the radio, though, talking to Mark tonight, playing some of his music. And then Elvis Cardin is going to join us in the bottom half of hour number 2. He has played at Veterans Week here in Branson, Missouri, and he is from the great state of Georgia. We'll talk to him in a little while as well. Let's give a big thank you to all of the other radio stations that replay this program. We got great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, RadioTheKing.be, also from Belgium, WVMIRadio.com, RealRadio.us, DownTheRoadRadio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, RadicalOnlineRadio.com, CountryRadio.lu, that is 93.9 FM in Luxembourg. We are affiliated also with LakeParadiseRecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label, and they are playing our show as well. You can catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Just search The Tim Kelly Show on all those formats, and you will find what we call New Country's Best. Let's kick off the show with this next gentleman. He's a good buddy of mine. His name is Trey Calloway. This is called Drip. We're going to drip a lot of new country music on you tonight on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio.
My granddaddy's granddaddy was a Carolina son, born to a preacher man and born to hold a gun. Alcohol was outlawed when he came home from war. Money hard to come by, so he turned to cooking corn. Sugar by the pound, listening to the sound of that drip, drip, drip from that old copper steel. Every sip, 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 liquid gold, sweet honey from the hills. It don't matter what the lawman think, people gonna have their drink, and my people made that thumb kick, kick, drip, drip, drip. Trunk filled up with bottles, glove box full of cash, trouble in the rear view, coming up too fast. One man died on a mountain and one man drove away. He never did get caught, that's why I'm here today, singing about that drip, drip, drip from that old copper steel. Every sip, 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 liquid gold, sweet honey from the hills. It don't matter what the lawman think, people gonna have their drink, and my people made that thumb kick, kick, drip, drip, drip. You know when I sing this song, I can't help but feel a little pride. Oh, you know why. An American legend tucked away in them Appalachian pine. Come on. Drip, drip, drip from that old copper steel.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible. Lipstick on a map, cold coffee cup, backseat watching mama get all dolled up, counting change, sitting at the pump till the sun comes up. She'll be handing out love. Too young to stay by myself at home, old enough to know what's going on, sleeping with somebody new, just doing what she's gotta do. And I hope that he's a nice man, and one day we can get out of these hills, get off of these pills, and pay them bills with all our clothes on. And one day I won't feel wrong, born into this fire, don't wanna die here, I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible Belt. Mama kept her men written in a book. Sometimes I'd sit and thumb it through, see the mayor, my preacher, my teachers. At any hour of the night they could reach you. Police came and tried to take me, but mama cried she needed her baby. It's like heaven's door is shut, it's so corrupt. Her prayers enough to get out of these hills, get off of these pills, and pay them bills with all our clothes on. And one day I won't feel wrong, born into this fire, I don't wanna die here, I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible. Pay them bills with all our clothes on, and one day I won't feel wrong. Born into this fire, don't wanna die here, I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, everybody's talking, everybody's watching, Bible Belt, Bible Belt.
That is the latest single from my good friend Taylor Austin Dye. It is called Bible Belt. I am broadcasting from the Bible Belt in Branson, Missouri, the Tim Kelly Studios, live right now on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I hear tell we got a bunch of people tuned in tonight as well. We're going to have a good show tonight, and we got some new country music to play for you that is going to rock your world, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we call it New Country's Best. Well, speaking of rocking your world, how about getting a record deal? That is a cool deal, and it just happened today for a good friend of mine by the name of Bobby Ocean. He is live listening to us tonight. Got a bunch of people tuned in and fans of his. I'm a fan. I love talking to Bobby Ocean. We have had several radio interviews, probably going to book another one for this big news, but he inked a record deal today out of Nashville, Tennessee. There will be more on that later, but But right now, let's play a song of his. How about this one called In This Bar on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Wednesday evening.
All the ladies in the bar getting tipsy. Let me get a big hell yeah if you're with me. Guys at the bar drinking whiskey, talking to the girls and trying to get a little frisky. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies, drinking some beers, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. I'll be drinking till the sun goes down, spending the nights in this crazy town. I get up at the crack of dawn to do it all again and listen to a honky-tonk song. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies and drinking some beer, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's here on a Friday night, getting loud and rowdy, gonna make it right. Sitting with my buddies, drinking them beers, putting them down like we just don't care. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar. Everybody's talking, they wanna be in this bar.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
It's hard to watch TV screens full of hate, full of me. These days, it's all you see. Young man, 21, mad as hell at everyone. Turns to a bottle of pills and a loaded gun, just like his daddy done. God forbid we pray. Bow our heads, hit our knees, and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud, except in vain. And as the devil smiles at our children while they play, God forbid we pray. Soldier son, husband, dad, he went to war and brought it back. And in his head he's still on the front line, trying to get a job and get by. God forbid we pray. Bow our heads, hit our knees, and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud, except in vain. And as the devil smiles at our children while they play,
on Team Kelly Clarkson of NBC's The Voice. Good friend of mine. We have done several interviews as well, and her name is Presley Tennant. If you want to check her out, vocals on her, pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. God Forbid We Pray, and I love the lyrics to that song as well. How about we take a trip north of the border before we get Mr. Mark Perkins in here? Let's go to Canada for my good buddy, Mr. Kevin Dakin. This is called Living Inside of Lonely on the Tim Kelly Show. KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Wednesday night.
Mother Jessie at booth 19 and leave her alone with her blood red wine. She's just trying to drown a little pain from the past, trying to forget about a love that didn't last. Yeah, she looks like an angel, but a devil's inside. She never let go without putting up a fight. Someday she'll smile like there's no tomorrow, but tonight she's crying inside. She doesn't want any company. You can tell by the look in her eyes that she's dealing with damage, aches, and pains, missing her one and only. That girl's still hiding out, living inside of lonely. It wasn't like she loved him, or maybe she did, but when she talks about him, she laughs like a kid. Then it's like he walks by and acts like she isn't there, and she just sits and stares. Someday she'll smile like there's no tomorrow, but tonight she's crying inside. She doesn't want any company. You can tell by the look in her eyes that she's dealing with damage, aches, and pains, missing her one and only. That girl's still hiding out, living inside of lonely. Yeah, yeah. Someday she'll smile like there's no tomorrow, but tonight she's crying inside. She doesn't want any company. You can tell by the look in her eyes that the girl's still hiding out, living inside of lonely.
Once again, his name is Kevin Dakin. That is called Living Inside of Lonely. Now, spelled a little bit differently on his name, so it's K-E-V-E-N, and Dakin is D-A-K-E-N as well. So you want to check him out. That is Kevin Dakin, Living Inside of Lonely. Found that gentleman on YouTube scrolling through one day and ended up interviewing him on the radio not too long ago. Great Canadian country music. Well, we've got great music from Missouri tonight with this next gentleman we're getting ready to talk to, Mr. Mark Perkins. How are you tonight, my friend?
Doing great, sir. How are you?
Fantastic, man. Thanks for doing the program. I sure do appreciate it. Sorry about last night. I had something come up beyond my control that I had to take care of and couldn't do a live show last night. So I was going to get back to the studio way too late to get everything loaded up. But tonight we are ready to go and ready to have you on, man. I'm excited.
Man, I'm excited. I'm grateful to be on here, and thank you for having me on. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure. You are from O'Fallon, Missouri, which is pretty close to St. Louis, right?
Yeah, so born and raised in O'Fallon, and about 4 or 5 years ago moved out to Lincoln County near Troy, Missouri. So.
Okay. Well, I'm in Branson, and we're going to be able to meet you and see you on September 30th at Freedom Jam USA, and man, we're looking forward to it. I got me some cool duds to do some MC work that Brian asked me to do, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's always a good time out there at Freedom Jam. This will be my 4th year. So
fourth one, awesome. Yeah, I knew it was like their 4th one this year. So you've done every one of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, he's bringing in some talent on this one, isn't he? Audra McLaughlin from season 6 of The Voice, and John Eason, my good buddy Dan Wallace, going to be there. Molly Lovett, I just interviewed her Monday night for the 3rd or 4th time. We know each other quite well. We just haven't met in person, but yeah. So you guys are in for a treat. There's still some general admission tickets available, I do believe. FreedomJamUSA.net is the website, and they are a show and station sponsor. So you can also hit our sponsors tab up on our website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and Freedom Jam's one of the first ones on there. So hit that logo, and it's a really cool logo, and get your general admission tickets and come meet us there, man. We'd love to see you. And you're going to be in for a treat when you hear Mark Perkins sing too.
I appreciate that. We try our best.
Absolutely.
Out here.
It says in your bio that you're not the typical musician. Your energy on stage will have you on the edge of your seat, as Rob Schneider says best, all night long. I love that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you come to one of our shows, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I've always liked to tell people, they ask me, you're a country music artist, you're a singer-songwriter. I said, yeah, but at the end of the day, you're in the entertainment industry. So,
yeah.
I mean, if there's a single person sitting down at one of your shows, I mean, especially mine, we're doing something wrong out here. So we gotta keep the energy going, keep them people up, keep them dancing, keep them drinking, because that makes them dance even more.
Yep.
And makes us sound better on stage. So.
Yep, absolutely. It all goes together, and man, there's nothing better than live music. And boy, we're sure glad it's back and stronger than ever after that pandemic of 20 when everything was shut down. I know Branson was a ghost town that year.
Yeah.
So
you ain't kidding.
it is sure nice to have it back and to be able to not wear those masks or any of that, and be able to gather like we're going to do. And there's going to be a car show there, I believe, and barbecue involved. So it's going to be a fun time at Freedom Jam.
Heck yeah.
So all day deal. I think it goes from 2 to 11. We're going to get there early.
Yeah.
We're going to leave real early in the morning because it's probably a 3.5, maybe a 4-hour drive for us. So we're going to definitely have a good time. It's going to be worth it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's always a great time, and I think they've got some really good raffle and auction items this year too.
That's awesome.
So that'll be awesome too. So.
And something we got to mention is 100% of the proceeds go to help our veterans and first responders. So you guys are doing them a great service by performing and doing what you're doing and donating all the money to them. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. I mean, when Brian asked me 4 years ago to be a part of this, it was kind of a no-brainer in my part. I am a military man. I'm a 31 Bravo in the military police corps.
Okay.
So in our Missouri Army National Guard. So when Brian asked me to do this, especially after he explained what it was for and what it does and what the money goes to, it was a no-brainer to say yes and jump on board with Freedom Jam. So I'm honored to not only play the show but be able to meet some of the cool artists that I get to share the stage with that night.
Yeah.
So.
Going to be fun. Well, speaking of cool artists, who did you listen to growing up on the radio that made you want to do something in country music?
Yeah, so I'm not your typical country music star who grew up listening to 90s country and George Jones and Conway Twitty and all that good stuff. I was born and raised on KC95 for some of my St. Louis folk and that's one of the best and biggest radio stations that are a rock radio station out here by us. And so my first concert I ever went to was Styx, Left Leppard, and REO Speedwagon.
There you go.
And then, so I was raised on a rock background. My parents would wake us up on Saturday mornings cleaning the house to Van Halen, Jump, and Styx, and
man, I love all of that
good stuff, man. And then I had my two older sisters, which, if you're ready to do some math, my oldest sister to me, or my youngest sister to me, is 18 years older than I am.
Wow.
So they were raised in that 90s era, but nobody in my house really listened to country music. So they raised me on like Blink-182, Sum 41, My Chemical Romance, that kind of punk rock stuff.
Yep.
So I've got that, and then I grew up also listening to country music too, because my cousins lived out in Moscow Mills, Missouri. So they had a pig farm right behind them. So I mean, they were as country as it gets when it comes to our family, and so they kind of introduced me to country music early in my age, and so ever since I've been hooked, and so I kind of that's kind of what I resemble in my music is both my background in rock music and country music, and I still like the heavy guitars, the heavy drums, but I love the way a country song tells a story and can get to people and make everything realistic in their lives pretty much. So I think that's kind of what caught my attention with country music. So,
man, I got to agree with you 110% there, and that's why I love doing the interviews, because I want to hear the stories behind these songs that, you guys also write. Most of the artists that I interview write their own material. That's probably true of you as well, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. And I was an 80s DJ when I first started out. There was guys like Rick Dees in Los Angeles that I used to listen to on the radio. Jay Thomas, before he passed away, was at Power 106. He played Carla's husband on Cheers. He was also an actor, and he used to be on David Letterman all the time. And then there was Casey Kasem with America's Top 40. I loved his program too back in the 80s. But I married a girl from southeast Oklahoma, and we spent 20 years down there around where Blake Shelton grew up in Ada, Oklahoma. So that kind of got me into country radio.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So,
awesome.
But I love the ones that you mentioned, the Styx, the REO Speedwagon, the Jump, from Van Halen. I listen to that stuff too, still to this day.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you come out to one of my shows, you're going to be, I mean, you can hear anything from 90s country to newer country to original stuff all the way to some Van Halen to some Styx.
We got to talk about getting you to Branson, possibly at the Branson Star Theater, where I've been broadcasting my shows on some Friday and Saturday nights, because the Nashville Roadhouse Live is a great show, but what they do is they mix country music in with a little bit of rock and roll. So they do some Queen, some Billy Idol, and all of that cool rock and roll stuff too. Give you a little tidbits of all of that. So
that'd be awesome. I'd be honored to come out.
Yeah, I'd love to see you here in Branson. So have you ever been? You probably have.
I've been to Branson, yes, not the Star Theater though. So.
Okay. It used to be a car museum, I guess, years ago. Then it was Willie and Merle's Theater. I wasn't even sure. I didn't know that they had a theater together in Branson at one time. And then it was the Mel Tillis Theater after that, until he passed away. So it's right behind the Olive Garden on the 76th Strip. So
I'll be damned. I never even knew that.
Yeah, it's in a great location. So the old Mel Tillis Theater. Got a lot of history in that place.
Oh, it sounds like it.
So they're letting us broadcast our show in the lobby there, and we're also going to be doing the Branson Show Awards September the 10th, and then they're also the 13th filming for national TV with the Nashville Roadhouse Live. It's going to be picked up on NBC, I do believe, so it's going to be a big deal. So we'd love to see you here.
Heck yeah. I'd love to come out.
You have played with some artists that have been there. I know Brady Seals has been there just recently, and I believe he's coming back to Branson at the Nashville Roadhouse Live. So you've played with him. You played with Creed Fisher. I've got some of his music. Might have to play one tonight for you. Carly Rogers, we know her quite well. She was from Vermont at the time we met. We met her in 2014 at an award show we did outside of Nashville. She's good friends with Garth Brooks' daughter, Allie Colleen. They're like best friends.
Yeah.
And then you got Walker County, Ryan Daniel, Alexandra Kay, who last summer opened with Brandon Davis to Tim McGraw. That was cool. And I just played my girl Taylor Austin Dye. I interviewed her about 2 months ago. So
I love me some Tad. She's an amazing person, man, I'll tell you that.
Yep. And she calls her fan base, what is it? Ride
or Die?
Ride or Dies. Yeah, her Ride or Dies. I love that. And she's something else, boy. She Kentucky born and raised, and boy, she's doing her thing in Nashville. So, yeah. But, we just played her latest single, Bible Belt, man, and
nice.
she's got some really good stuff. So tell us a little bit about those. How some of these kind of happen? Do they hit you up to say, "Hey, man, your stuff's really good. I want you to open for me on the show"?
Yeah. So I mean, like I said before, a lot of Freedom Jam has opened me up to a lot of things, and that's probably one of the biggest things that it has opened me up to is meeting new artists and bigger names and getting the opportunity to not only meet them but get in front of them and show them what I have, what my show is about. And so a lot of it has been from meeting people at Freedom Jam, no joke. And then some of the other ones, I mean, like Creed Fisher, we opened up for him, what was that, 2 years ago now? My uncle actually owns a music venue down here in St. Peters, Missouri, and so when Creed came through, he was looking for another country artist to open up for him. My uncle pitched my name, and I guess he liked what he heard, I guess, and picked me up for that show, and so we've got a lot of cool opportunities in the past, and especially this past year, to open up for some cool names. I mean, like July 3rd this year, I played on a stage that I've always been dreaming about playing on as a kid. We opened up for Chris Lane in Restless Road.
Oh, nice.
Over at O'Fallon, Missouri, at my hometown's Heritage and Freedom Fest for 4th of July. So that was really cool. So
I got some Restless Road music too. That's good stuff.
Yeah, they're good dudes. They're really good dudes. I was awesome. It was awesome to meet them guys. So.
Well, I'll tell you another band that I'm really liking that you might want to check out is a group called Sutherland. Have you ever heard of them?
I have not.
Man, I'll tell you what, they could put Florida Georgia over the line.
Oh shoot!
They are super good. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Check out Sutherland. I got a lot of their music. Might have to play some of that tonight too. You'd love their stuff, and if you guys could ever hook up on opening for them, man, or they for you, either one, that would be some good stuff. But yeah. And then another group duet of Tulane Summer. I like their stuff. Just finding lots of great new music. But I'm sure glad Brian Judy hit me up with you because I didn't know who you were before he hooked me up.
Yeah, I appreciate him hooking us up too. I mean, I appreciate you for having me on. This is pretty cool and pretty much an honor for me. So
absolutely, a lot of fun. Let me ask you this. Now, you've opened for several different people, and they're all good artists, but what is Mark Perkins' dream gig going to be, maybe, if you haven't already done it? An artist, and we might not even hear a country one since you got a lot of rock influences. Somebody that you would like to open for, or maybe have somebody come up and do a duet with you live on stage. Who might be some names we might know? That
is a tough question because there's so many people I both idolize and look up to in music. As a standpoint overall, but I can tell you right now, my dream show would be a sold-out show at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater right here in Earth City, Missouri, opening for probably Brooks and Dunn.
Okay. Hey, that could happen. They're back together again.
I know. I got a little bit of time to make that happen, but I tell you
That's
what,
right. They're not done.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really, really good, man. I love Ronnie Dunn, and he had quite a great solo career, and then he did some duets too. I remember If You See Him, If You See Her is one of my favorites he did with Reba.
Yeah, and he just released a new solo album too. I think he's got a lot of up and comers and newer people to the country music world on it. So like Parker McCollum's on one of his songs. That was pretty neat.
Yep. At the Nashville Roadhouse Live, song that they really do well, and Stevie Lee Woods is the headliner. It does it justice to a song that Ronnie did called "I Believe," and man, it's so
song.
well done. Tells a really, really cool story too.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, do you have anybody that you co-write with, or do you write pretty much solely on your own?
So there's been a couple of people I've co-written with. Honestly, to this date, probably my best song that I've written is not released yet. We're probably going to be putting that down this winter. But I've driven to Nashville. I've done the Nashville thing. I've written with some people over FaceTime. But this song has probably been my best write and best song that I've written messagely and song. I mean, and it was written with a guy that I met back in high school who actually got me back into music after I got out, who lives probably 10 minutes from me. So his name's Kevin Urbeck, and one of my great buddies, man, got me back into music, and we've tried writing before, and it ends up to a jam session in the basement.
Yeah.
So we just got together recently and wrote a song, and that we're probably going to be putting down this winter, like I said. It's called "The Man I Want to Be," and it's just a song about how I've always looked up to my father and kind of that whole fatherly aspect of things. So it's a slower song. It's definitely a heart to heart song.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one of my main guys that I write with currently.
That's awesome.
And then
the folks that listen to this show, and I've said it many times, I'm a sucker for a ballad, man. I love a good ballad in the world of country music. So you make something like that, like you're talking about, I'm going to play it. That's for sure. And if you want to come back and talk about it too, after you get it where you can release it to radio, love to have you back on the program. This is just our first interview, and your very first radio interview. How about that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're killing it, brother.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I'd be honored to come back on.
So and I've interviewed artists 5-6 times. Every few months. They want to come back on the program. Bobby Ocean just hit me up again tonight. We've interviewed several times, but One Ugly Cowboy. I was the first radio DJ to ever play that band out of Toronto, Canada, and we've done 5 or 6 interviews. Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band in Ohio, 5 or 6. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come back. Now, some of the other artists that we're going to meet at Freedom Jam, do you know, like Audra McLaughlin, young Jesse Vaughn? I've talked to his mom, Michelle, too. We really hit it off on the phone a couple of times and had some good conversations about music and other stuff. She's really cool. But have you met any of these? And Jesse Keith Whitley, the headliner, have you met any of those, or are you going to be just as surprised as I am to hear this talent?
Yeah, so I've actually only met 3 of them. So Molly Lovett. This is a really funny story that we have together. We have lived our entire lives about 20 miles apart.
No kidding.
And we have never met each other until 3 years ago at the first Freedom Jam.
Wow.
So met her 3 years ago, even though we lived 20 miles apart from each other our entire lives. But I've met John Eason. We met when he came down to O'Fallon to play a pub called Two Shamrocks. Shout out to Tim Bunfill on that one. But I met John Eason, and then so Jesse Vaughn. If you guys have not heard of Jesse Vaughn, you guys need to look Jesse Vaughn up.
I've been playing him if they've been listening.
This kid has an amazing voice and an amazing style.
Yep.
We met him. So we have a local joint down here called Main Street Honky Tonk. It's in St. Charles, Missouri. And I didn't meet him until a couple months back when he was actually open. I guess you could call it opening up for me, but he played the afternoon slot, and I was at the night slot. And so he was getting off stage while we were getting on. And so that's when I met him, and I caught the last part of his show, and by God, man, this kid is amazing. So
yeah,
you guys are in for a treat.
Oh, absolutely. You got to go to Freedom Jam. So, get those general admission tickets. They're $30 for a general admission ticket, and the $50 ones, I believe, are gone. There's even some food involved in that, and then there's meet and greets with the artist, and, of course, I knew I wanted to be in on that deal. So I was willing to get a VIP ticket just for helping the veterans out. That's why I wanted to do it, because we're all about that too. And when we go to shows and see you guys when you perform in Branson or in Springfield, Missouri, we buy the tickets too, because that's what makes your world go around. My wife even buys the merchandise, T-shirts and all that good stuff. I get a lot of stuff given to me because of the radio thing, but we actually do. We love to purchase and help you out, because it's a tough business you're in, isn't it, my friend?
It is. It's a second full-time job, I like to call it.
Yeah. That's how I am with the radio station. I have another full-time gig that I had to actually do last night, or we would have been on here. So that kind of clues you into what happened last night. So, but anyways, I would much rather be doing this one, that's for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's sure been a pleasure talking to you, Elway. And I wanted to tell you, too, that I just found out Monday night, and I probably knew it from interviewing Molly before, but 3 years ago is when she made the move to Nashville. So you guys, for that length of time, were 20 miles apart. But, yeah, she did make that big move to Nashville about 3 years ago, she said. So
she did, yeah.
And she knows some of the ones that we're talking about too, the Taylor Austin Dies and different ones like that, or Allie Colleen's that are playing in Nashville. She's actually from Owasso, Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa originally too. But yep, and living down in Oklahoma for that 20 years, there were so many of them coming up at that time that I got into radio. My first FM radio gig was in McAlester, Oklahoma in 1999. And that's where I became Tim Kelly, because everybody had a radio name, and they said, "What do you want yours to be?" And I picked that one, and it's kind of stuck ever since. So, but yeah, there was Garth Brooks was coming up in the 90s, and then you got Toby Keith came up a little bit later. You got Vince Gill. He hosted 13 CMA awards, I believe, and he was from Oklahoma, and then Blake Shelton later on too. So, and we're talking about 90s country. It's almost been 30 years ago. Can you believe it?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I call myself a 90s kid, but I was born in the late 90s. Yeah. I'll still take a little bit of it.
Yep. And, if you have a run like just even half of that, say you have a great 5 or 10 year run in the world of country music and they're still playing your stuff later, then it becomes classic, and that's what you're after, isn't it?
Exactly. All the time. I mean,
just that one big song to take off and the right ears get on it.
Exactly. All it takes is one.
Yep. And that's why I love doing the shows. And I've said this just a week or two ago in a post that I made. The reason I started this station is because I get the privilege to meet you guys and watch your careers blossom. And I've done many, many First People's interviews. Young Brooklyn Summer I just interviewed for the second time. Our first time together, she was 10 years old. She's 13 now and in Nashville. But, artists like that, you get to watch them grow up through the radio and doing their live shows, and then they send you music that just gets better and better and better. And, man, that's fun.
Yeah, I bet that's a cool thing to see in your industry.
Yeah, and you just talked about a song that I'm excited about, and I got to wait probably till wintertime now to hear it. So.
Yeah, we're taking a big break during the wintertime. We're putting down about 5 or 6 new ones, so...
I'm a radio DJ, not a doctor, but I do have some patience. I do have a little patience. Not much, but some. So, we appreciate that, man. Appreciate your time tonight. It has been a blast. We got a great song called 12 Ounces Away, and then might play 2 from you tonight. So we can get both of those on the radio. Tell us about this first one real quick.
Yeah, so 12 Ounces Away. Everybody's got that backstabbing friend. That's mainly what it's about. And I wrote this one with my ex-fiddle player, actually, Andrew Honeywell. And so it's kind of it's two worlds meet apart. So it's the first part. The main song is about my backstabbing friend I had. And funny enough, we're real good friends again for now. But it's just it's a heavy hitter. It's definitely got that rock influence in there, but it's about a backstabbing friend I had a couple years ago who kind of, kept going around and round and round and told me one thing and then went in the other person's ear and talked crap behind my back, and so that's pretty much what the song's about.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Now, where would you prefer folks to reach out to you on social media? I've been looking at your website, doing the interview tonight. It's markperkinsmusic.com, but anything else you want to promote tonight?
Yeah, so my main source of social media is probably Facebook. It's where I have my biggest following at. You can hit me up on Facebook and Instagram at Mark Perkins Music. I am on TikTok as well, or as I call it, TikTok, at official Mark Perkins. And then, my website, markperkinsmusic.com, you can kind of see a list of upcoming shows, get a link to my socials, links to some videos. There's a good photo gallery on there, so you can kind of see what we're about. yeah, that's my main social media is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So
awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, your first radio interview went off without a hitch, man. So congratulations on that. There will be more. So keep doing your thing, brother, and we'll keep putting you on the radio. That's for sure. And I look forward to that new song that you got coming out this winter too.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate you having me on here. It's been an honor.
Absolutely. Thank you, and we'll see you September the 30th at Freedom Jam USA. Guys, go get your tickets so you can meet us both, all right? We'll talk to you there, if not
Sounds
before.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark Perkins, this is 12 Ounces Away on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Another betrayed memory. You were just pretending to be true. Thought you'd always have my back. Now there's a knife buried deep inside. Oh, why do you attack? I don't know where we went wrong. I thought our bond was strong. Now it's gone, so here I am, getting 12 ounces away. Where I feel no pain, all these memories will be thrown away. Oh, how I finally feel free from all these bottomed out truths that were coming from you, that we way back onto all you. There won't be no foul play when I'm 12 ounces away. Another night out on the town, time to paint it red all up and down. Knock 'em back like it's going out of style. This night is gonna last a long while. It finally catches up to me. I know the end is right in front of me. Looks like I could almost be another 12 ounces away. When I feel no pain, all these memories will be thrown away. Oh, how I finally feel free from all these bottomed out truths that were coming from you, that we way back onto all you. There won't be no foul play when I'm 12 ounces away. Be thrown away. Oh, how I finally feel free from all these bottomed out truths that were coming from you, that went way back onto all you. There won't be no foul play when I'm 12 ounces away. Oh yeah, when I'm 12 ounces away.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I wish I could go back to the good old days. Sweet tea sipping,
guitar pick, that's the way that I was raised. Yeah, it's all the same, it don't ever change, that's the way it always is. But your passion and your heart is where it needs to be. Yeah, ain't always greener on the other side. Life may be treacherous, but you take it all in stride. Don't let your pride keep desires inside. It's all inside your mind. Gotta take you one day at a time. Nobody said it all come easy. Everyone's got their own true meaning. But the steps you take and the road you pave ain't gotta be the same. If you wanna win, you gotta play the game. Yeah, ain't always greener on the other side. Life may be treacherous, but you take it all in stride. Don't let your pride keep desires inside. It's all inside your mind. Gotta take you one day at a time. So when the cards are down and you lay them out and you feel like giving in, just remember where you come from and where it all began. Ain't always greener on the other side. Life may be treacherous, but you take it all in strides. Don't let your pride keep desires inside. It's all inside your mind. Gotta take you one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time.
That is again Mark Perkins. It is called Ain't Always Greener. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show, live from the Tim Kelly Studios in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We got a great live show playing for you the next 2 hours as well. Bottom half of this hour, I got Elvis Cardin going to be with us. He has played Veterans Week here in Branson. We're going to interview him and talk about a guitar-shaped house that he built and spent 16 years on it. He showed me that today. It is amazing. So we'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Mr. Mark Perkins can be found at Mark Perkins Music. Go like him there on Facebook, and markperkinsmusic.com is his website. Going to be performing at Freedom Jam September the 30th. Yours truly is going to be there as well in St. Peters, Missouri, the Diamond Music Hall Ballroom. So come see us, hang out. We're going to have some barbecue. We're going to watch a car show, and then we're going to watch these artists perform. And Jesse Keith Whitley is the headliner this year. I want to welcome to the chat room my good buddy, Mr. Ron Reed. We used to be together at Music Road Radio back in the day. That's how it all started with this indie country music. And good to see you, my friend, from Vermont. Absolutely love you, and thanks for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. How about some new country's best for you, Mr. Ron Reed? How about this guy, Randall King? This is called You in a Honky Tonk on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk.
long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, sipping and swaying and singing. Girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk. In a honky-tonk.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
We were two drinks in when our lips first met. In the rush I felt hasn't left me yet. It's all a blur, then again it's not. So the only question that I've got is, was it you or the whiskey? 'Cause boy, since you kissed me, I've been floating on the next little high. Is it your loving that's got me buzzing? Or was the bourbon messing with my mind? My heart's feeling tipsy. Was it you or the whiskey? Are you feeling the same? Are you dazed and confused? Are we missing a shot if we don't see it through? Intoxication's got me wanting more. How about another taste so I can know for sure? Was it you or the whiskey? 'Cause boy, since you kissed me, I've been floating on the next level high. Is it your loving that's got me buzzing? Or was the bourbon messing with my mind? My heart's feeling tipsy. Was it you or the whiskey? It's all a blur, then again it's not. So the only question that I've got is, was it you or the whiskey? Boy, since you kissed me, I've been floating on the next level.
We recently wrapped up our third interview. Her name is Sydney Hansen. That is her latest single. It is called You or the Whiskey. We did it live from the Branson Star Theater a couple of Friday nights ago. Her new song is fantastic. She just keeps getting better and better and better. And she is produced by the great Kent Wells, the same guy that produces a young lady by the name, I say young, but by the name of Dolly Parton. Perhaps you've heard of her. She's turned 29 a few times in her career here lately as well. She just recently celebrated a birthday, actually. So congratulations and happy birthday to the one, the only Miss Dolly Parton. We got a request for this next artist. He is originally from Hot Springs, Arkansas, now making his way in country music in Nashville, Tennessee. I went to 8th grade junior high with his mother. This is our buddy Blaine Howard. Rock on Her Window on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Wednesday night.
Rock on her window, her daddy's sleeping, I'm hoping she slips out the back door. Two hearts running wide open. It's hush, hush, hush as I'm pushing that truck. She's steering the wheel and I'm pushing my luck down to the corner, round the bend. Firing it up and we're gone like the wind. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes a right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. Rock on her window. A weekend in Panama City. Her daddy said hell no, but mama slept her a 50. It's hush, hush, hush as I'm pushing that truck. She's steering the wheel and we're pushing our luck. It's through Alabama, east on I-10, till the waves wash the innocence off our skin. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes a right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. Rock on her window. She says this time I can't see her, 'cause she's wearing a white dress. Says this time her daddy will bring her. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes a right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. With a rock on her window.
Number one for today's country. New music discovery.
I wonder if you hear what I'm saying. I wonder if you recognize it's me. My heart believes there's parts that haven't faded, that somewhere in there's the you used to be. It hurts like hell to lose you slow, but I keep holding on to hope. 'Cause we're all just one heartbeat from heaven, but I pray you're many from your last. And I'm clinging into the memories you don't have. You can't see the tears that I keep hiding. If I said I wasn't broken, I'd be lying, watching you go. Now I know there's worse things than dying. I remember when you told me where you're going. So why am I afraid to say goodbye? Your faith was strong enough to keep me growing when my world was just too dark to see the light. You had enough to get me through. Now it's my turn to carry you, 'cause we're all just one heartbeat from heaven. But I pray you're many from your last, and I'm clinging to the memories you don't have. You can't see the tears that I keep hiding. If I said I wasn't broken, I'd be lying, watching you go. Now I know there's worse things than dying, like living knowing that your angel soul is halfway home, like holding hands and telling you it's okay to let go. You'll get your wings and soon you'll be out flying. If I said I wasn't broken, I'd be lying, watching you go. Now I know there's worse things than dying. There's worse things than dying.
I have had the pleasure of speaking with that gentleman a couple of times on this program. He is a 26-time Canadian Country Music Association award winner, 3-time Male Vocalist of the Year, and our good friend from Canada, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Gord Bamford. His latest single right there, One Heartbeat from Heaven. This next artist is also a good friend of mine from Hope, Arkansas. She just made her Grand Ole Opry debut last March the 4th. Congratulations to my good friend May Estes. This is called Your Hands on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on a Wednesday night.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a
it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
In the country is where I belong. Left my heart in my hometown. In the country, I learned to be strong by keeping my feet on the ground. I wanna go back to when I was young. Wanna do it all over again. When I drove my first car, bought my first guitar, and the first kiss from my girlfriend. Yeah, we dreamed about leaving, getting out on our own. Never knowing what we had at home. Take me back to the old dusty roads where I ran, where I met my first love and I joined my first band. Under a blanket of stars where she first held my hand. I grew from a boy to a man in the country. I miss the feeling of the wide open space and the smell of a warm summer rain. The wind at my back puts a smile on my face. Hear it calling me home again. Yeah, I dreamed about leaving, getting out on my own, never knowing what I had at home. Take me back to the old dusty roads where I ran, where I met my first love and I joined my first band. Under a blanket of stars where she first held my hand. I grew from a boy to a man in the country. Yeah. Yeah, we dreamed about leaving, running out on our own. Always knowing that where we belong was in the country. Here in the country. Take me back to the old dusty roads where I ran, where I met my first love and I joined my first band. Under a blanket of stars where she first held my hand. I grew from a boy to a man. Take me back where it all began. In the country. Back in the country. Yeah, back in the country.
They are the great group Dark Horse. That is by request from my good buddy Mr. Ron Reed. That is called In the Country. Boy, that's where we love it when it comes to radio, right here in the country radio thing. We love doing it. Well, how about this next gentleman? Ron will remember this guy as well. We got to meet him in 2014 at a great award show we did in Eagleville, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. He's our good buddy Tony Corrales from the Tony Corrales Band from Arizona. This is called Coming Home's So Easy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
A soft kiss in the morning, then I'm headed off to work. Got no time for real things, just them things that don't have worth. Grab my morning coffee just to make it through the day. Thoughts of you fill my head, and all my heart can say, girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Sunday morning sunshine, just peeking through the blinds, looking like an angel, wishing I could just stop time. Laying here together, holding on real tight, feel our hearts beat as one, makes everything so right. Girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. You make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Don't know what I'd ever do without you.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
I can't hang around here much longer, 'cause this town don't feel quite like it used to. The painting on the water tower takes me back when we were young. Just a thought passing through. Never thought that we'd learn the hard way. When I'm blowing smoke and you're drinking whiskey, we bring up the past like somehow we missed it. The good and the bad never felt
is the latest single from a young lady named America Allen. Go check her out. Fantastic song called Fast As I Could. And Elvis Cardin is with us. Got here fast as you could, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing real good, Tim.
Hey, glad to have you on.
Hope everybody out there in Branson and over that's listening to you is doing good, too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we've been monitoring this hurricane down in Florida and coming into Georgia, but we okay here.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I'm glad you are. And, yeah, I got a lot of friends in Florida and been worried about them. And I've seen on Facebook a lot of them did evacuate. So they're getting
That's a good thing, 'cause that's a bad storm.
Yep, that storm surge about 9 feet. That's the most dangerous thing. They were talking about that in Katrina when that hurricane hit. That was what got them, was the storm surge was up to 28 feet. That's taller than any house that I've ever lived in. I've always lived on the first floor.
You and me both.
So, hey, speaking of houses, you sent me a house that you built that is shaped like a guitar, and that thing took you 16 years to build. Man, it's awesome.
Yeah, I started building that. I had a vision when I come back from Vietnam to build. Actually, it's supposed to have been a big place in Nashville. Of course, I couldn't. My dreams were bigger than my paycheck.
Yeah. Same here.
I couldn't get nobody to loan me no money because of an unusual house. But it's 40 foot wide by 110 foot long.
Wow.
And it sits over in the other county where I'm at right now.
Uh-huh.
And it gained national attention big time this past year. I've done an interview with New York Post. Anybody Googles Guitar House in Georgia, all that'll come up.
Yeah.
They could read it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be sharing that on social media after the show tonight or tomorrow, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
You might be able to sell that thing to somebody that's a friend of mine that does have a big paycheck or something.
Well, that's true. If it's a lot of house.
Yes, it is. I think I saw over 40. How many square feet? 4,000, or was that the
4,000?
4,000. Yeah, and what? 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, something like that.
5 bedroom, but it's got a
bedroom.
huge basement and a studio in the basement. It's also got a cellar under there.
Yep, that is awesome. So you are from Georgia, Georgia native, and you're from Palmetto, Georgia. The house is sitting in Fayetteville, Georgia, so you're close to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just the next county over.
The next county over. And
yeah, I grew up in Palmetto, so I've been here all my life in Palmetto. I got a 14-acre ranch over here on Palmetto.
That's awesome. You are a Vietnam veteran. You joined the military at 17 years old and fought for our country, and we sure do appreciate your service, sir.
Well, I thank you very much, and you're very welcome. And I try to do a lot of things for veterans. And my uncles were in World War II in Korea. And me and my brother was in Vietnam, and he passed away at VA about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You've actually been to Branson, you told me, and played Veterans Week here before.
Yeah, I had a song called We Cry Together at the Wall. I know you probably don't have it, and we don't have time for all the songs I've got.
Yeah.
But I've done the wall in Washington, D.C. I've done the 25th anniversary wall up there. We Cry Together at the Wall song. In fact, I've done Branson at the Lawrenceville Theater out there back in 2001, I think, when I first went to Branson and done that show. I traveled across the whole country, Rolling Thunder and all that.
Wow. I have been to the Welk Theater and met some cool people there. I'm currently working at the Branson Star Theater doing my show on some Fridays and Saturday nights over there. Formerly the Mel Tillis Theater. It used to be Merle Haggard, actually, and Willie Nelson's theater before it was the Mel Tillis Theater, and then it was a car museum for a while, too, so it's got a lot of history in that theater.
I think when I was out there 3 years ago, when Laid Me Down was out, before the pandemic hit, I was traveling all across the country.
Yep.
I was doing American Legion down in Florida, above Fort Myers, and all over, and I got a lot of vet friends all over the country. And but I've done Branson out there, and Bob Mundy, Ozark Jubilee, he knows everybody's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my promoters in Branson.
Okay.
And he knows the Presley, theater down there, Jerry Presley and all that. I met him and down there, So I love Branson. Branson's just a neat place.
Yes, it is. I love it too. I think it's really second to Nashville in country music. Boy, it's got a really big history in country music. Roy Clark used to have a theater here. Mel Tillis, of course, had that theater. Mickey Gilley was here for a number of years. And people that weren't even country came to Branson, like Andy Williams had a 19-year run here before he passed away. And his Christmas show was one of the biggest things in Branson around Christmas time. So.
Oh, it was big, and Branson, if people hadn't seen it in Christmas, they're missing something.
Yeah, they're missing out. My brother produced his TV commercials for a couple of years, and that's really what wanted me to do something entertainment-wise in this town, because there is just so much country music history here, and I love playing the independent artists, though, that are trying to get discovered, trying to get on radio, and that theater and Stevie Lee Woods was open to bringing some of those folks here. And I just talked to another guy while I was doing the first interview. He was texting me, and he's going to be here October the 4th through the 7th. So that's awesome. I love helping these guys get out and get not only radio airplay, but getting some live shows around here if we can do it. And that's what we're trying to help them with, too. So.
Well, I'm glad you do, because independent artists really need all the help they can.
Yeah.
And, I mentioned Jerry Burns. I mean, not Jerry Burns, but there's another promoter, Jerry Mack, and he done the same thing, promoting independent artists. So it's great when you're doing that, Tim.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
It's a lot of good talent out there, and people don't get to hear it. I've been in it for a long time, and I know there's a lot of people that haven't been in it long, but the biggest problem we do have is getting radio airplay like we should get.
Yes, absolutely. And you make some great music, and you have a classic country sound, so I love that too, because traditional country music is alive and well in radio, and we're keeping it alive and well in Branson. They love it here. There's a lot of pedal steel on the shows there at the Nashville Roadhouse Live that they do at the Branson Star, so Michael P. Hermsmeyer, he can definitely give it justice, and he plays Charlie Daniels on the fiddle. What Devil Went Down to Georgia too, and does a great job. So
yeah, I got a song called "I Kicked the Devil Back to Tennessee."
Kicked him back to Tennessee. That's awesome.
I wrote that after that.
Now, what got you into country music? And you've been doing it for a long time. I think you told me off the air you've played with Vern Gosdin and some other greats. So tell us about your story, kind of, and how it got started for you.
Well, how I got started when I was over in Vietnam. I pulled a 13-month tour in Vietnam with 1st Infantry Division. Mm-hmm. And my sergeant got killed over there. And I wrote a song, passed away with a heart attack. So that killed that for a while.
Wow.
And so bring it on up. When I built the guitar house, I wrote a song called Living the Old Guitar down by the river. And that went out for a while. And I've toured all around Atlanta with a Border Patrol band. And crisscross across the country music world. The military changed all record to Elvis.
Uh-huh.
And so that I've tried, Elvis Lloyd Cardin is my name, but I've tried to use other names, and all people won't leave me alone with Elvis, wow. So I just stayed with it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, he was a big influence on a lot of people, and he even made some country music. He was called the King of Rock and Roll, but Elvis Presley, he did some country music too. And boy, I'll tell you what, that last movie that they came out with, where Austin Butler portrays Elvis, is really good. Have you seen that?
I've seen some previews of it. I hadn't had a chance to look at it. Everybody always talking about my name Elvis. I said, yeah, but I'm still here, and the other one went home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. We've got Elvis in the building tonight, actually, and we're glad to have you, man. And
I'm at the Preston's, like I said, Preston's got his studio there in Nashville, in Branson too, and puts on a great show, and they're great people. That's the thing about Branson. There are some wonderful people in Branson, especially in all the good work.
Absolutely.
And I love going to Branson. Nashville's a whole different world,
Yep. We've got some people that do Elvis here in Branson. We got Dean Z for one, and there's a lot of Elvis impersonators out there. And I was told a while back when I was interviewing somebody, they say, you know, why all the Elvis impersonators do Elvis in his later years is because they just couldn't pull off the moves that he did, you know, when he was doing the pelvis thing and all that back in the day. But that movie, Austin Butler did it justice. If you get a chance to see it, he sure got the moves.
Yeah, he had to move for the movie.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, what happened to me in my case when Loving a Soldier came out, because my vocals, I was only 18 when I got back.
Wow.
So my vocals mine and his vocals is a lot alike.
Uh-huh.
And when I first done Loving a Soldier, the radio station say, here's Elvis, and hell, they think it's him singing instead of me.
Wow.
So I had to work on trying to make my vocals deep for country.
How about that? And, well, man, you sure did a good job in what I've heard. We love your music, so we're going to play a few of them for you tonight. I was going to ask you how you found me, too, because I got an email from you, but it might be because we have mutual friends in Branson, like Stevie Lee Woods and some of those guys I'm friends with, maybe, huh?
Yeah, and there's also a lady out there, and in fact, I think that's where got to you, is Brenda. She does a gospel deal out there.
Yeah,
Sunshine Brenda.
Sunshine Brenda. Yep, that's right.
And she's the one that posted you on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Off of her page, and I think that's how I got a hold of you. And I'm glad I did, and I'm glad we got together because, you know, Branson, like I said, I've done a week. The Vet Week, and I know what Branson does for veterans.
Yes.
And that's why when I done Laid Me Down Draped in the Red, White, and Blue, Branson just hit perfect for me to go out there and perform all week for Vet Week.
Yeah, that is awesome. And yeah, they do. Every show that I've ever been to, including the Branson Star, right before intermission, they have all the veterans stand up and they pay everybody tribute to all of those different stages of the military, even the Coast Guard. So, and thank them for their service. And it's a big deal here around Branson, Missouri. So. Yep. So appreciate what you do as well. And this first song we're going to play is called Lay Me Down, Draped in the Red, White, and Blue. So tell us about this one. I know you wrote it.
Well, how it came about on that one, like I said, my uncle was in World War II at the Rhine, and my other uncle was in the Korean War in Mortar Battalion. And then I went to Vietnam. When I came back, my brother got drafted. And he was in Nam, and when he came back, and I had so many friends and stuff, but the whole key of the song is giving the tribute not only to the ones that passed away in the war, is the veterans that came back and what they had to live with here, and they have given them credit for what they done to get back and what they done for the country, and what the flag really means.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize what the flag actually means.
Yeah. Well, we absolutely love the story behind it, so we're going to play it for you. Elvis Cardin. This is called Lay Me Down, Draped in the Red, White, and Blue on the Tim Kelly Show for KICR, Indie Country Radio.
Men and women that put their lives on the line. Veterans that fought and lived through those wars. Every soldier has a story, a life like no other. Veterans that fought for me and you under the red, white, and blue. Lay me down, lay me down, lower me down, draped in the red, white, and blue. From the trenches of World War I, crossed the Rhine in World War II, Normandy beaches of Omaha, the cold Korean War, they have long forgotten, to the hot Saigon
rice paddies of Vietnam. She was raised at Hiroshima, on the beaches in those high seas. She flew at Pearl and Midway, planes that flew the sky, on the ships of those high seas, to the mountains of Afghanistan, the desert of Iraq and Black Hawk Down, under the red, white, and blue. Lay me down, lay me down, lower me down, draped in the red, white, and blue. When they play those taps, they shoot those guns, they salute the 21. I'll go down, draped in the red, white, and blue. Lay me down, lay me down, lower me down, draped in the red, white, and blue. Lay me down, lay me down, lower me down, draped in the red, white, and blue.
His name is Elvis Cardin. He is with us live tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio and the Tim Kelly Show. Lay Me Down, draped in the red, white, and blue. Great job on that, and thank you for your service again and for making this great music as a tribute to all the veterans out there.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. It's my pleasure to do it, and God has led me to. He's going to give me all the music anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I say that all the time. It's God-given talent, and you're definitely giving that gift back to the world. And we're putting you out there to 15 radio stations around the world tonight and around the country. So they're going to replay the show for you, and lots of people are going to get to hear your music.
Well, I appreciate it. You don't know how much I appreciate that, Tim.
Absolutely. So tell us about some of the other names. Now, you mentioned you got to perform with Gosden, Vern Gosden, and any other big names that we'd probably know?
Well, I met in and out over the years and in Nashville. And, in fact, I produced Chris Noel. She done a lot of stuff. She was over in Vietnam. Uh-huh. She was in Girls. And she lived down in Florida. I produced her album.
Oh, nice.
I done a lot of recording with KMA Records, Keith Bradford up there in Nashville years back. Okay. And so I met a lot of people entertaining up there with a lot of different people in Nashville.
Yep.
And when you're back and forth, and I was up at the CMA Wars. I was a CMA member for years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And they called Vern Gosden the voice in music. I didn't know that until I got to researching him a little bit, and yeah, he was sure good. And I've played some of that classic stuff of his too. So that's good.
Vern was God gifted.
Yeah.
And Rex done a lot of the writing of them songs.
Mm-hmm.
And Rex was a heck of a writer.
Yep.
But Vern, he got. They was on RCA at the beginning of the Gosdens.
Yeah.
And then I remember them telling me, "So you don't want to be on no major label?" I said, "How come that?" And he said, "You can't do nothing you want to do."
Yep. That's
right. But anyway, back to the long story short, Rex, we got together and recorded "Can't You See I'm Not Over You" at P. Drake Studio. In fact, first time I met Marty Robbins, because I had to go up the street to Marty Robbins and get him to master the song.
How about that? You've actually met him. That is cool.
He
My
had
first
the studio up the street.
How about that? My first gig was a gentleman, and you might know Leroy New. He does a Marty Robbins tribute here in Branson. I got to do his lights and sound and set up his stage and run everything while he's doing his show. It was really cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
If I'm out there, if I can get in there, and these songs go out here, it puts you back, back doing what you love to do.
Yep.
And I'll probably be hollering at you to do one for me too.
Absolutely. Well, there's a lot of people that are you probably know that are going to be up for the Branson Show Awards that's coming up September the 10th, and I'm going to get to do my show during that. So it's going to be fun, and they want me to interview some of the winners after they walk off the stage. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And so yeah, we probably know a bunch of people here that have been to Branson or that are coming. One of them you probably know is Leona Williams. She was married to Merle Haggard at one time.
Oh yeah, I know Leona.
Yeah, we hooked up about 3 weeks ago for our first radio interview. So.
Yeah, and T.J. Christian. No, they used to do a show. We had a bunch of shows out there and outside of Nashville, and Roy August. You probably know him. He's one wrote Fancy Free,
mm-hmm.
and me and him co-wrote. One of the songs on my gospel album, God Supplies Our Needs.
Yes.
And he's a heck of a songwriter. So we done a lot of shows there. It's where Leah and her and a bunch more. I mean, it's hard to remember all of them as you meet over a period of years.
Jeannie Kendall from the Kendalls is hanging out here. She's here every third weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then Leona Williams is here every fourth weekend on Friday and Saturday. So.
Well, that's great. I may try to get out to Branson before that. I know that award show. Shame I'm not in it.
Yep, exactly.
But that, it's always next year.
There's always next year. Yep, and I've never done anything like that with Branson, so this will be my first run at it too. And hopefully we can get this show up for a Branson Show Award one of these days.
I heard that. We need to. Cause you got a heck of a show.
Thank you.
And it's a great. I've been listening to it since we met, and since I've been on there listening to it, and I said, Lord, you got a heck of a good show. I mean, it's just wonderful, the music you cover.
Thank you. There is so much talent out there. We just scratched the surface. A lot of them were on Blake's Team of the Voice that I play, or on Kelly Clarkson, or some of that won the country side of it. And a lot of them that didn't win, they don't stop. They keep making this great original music, and keeping traditional country music alive is a big deal too. And these young people are still doing that, and I love interviewing them and playing their stuff. So.
I'm glad the young people, and that you are doing it, because I'm glad the young people are picking up the country.
Yes.
They talk about new country, and it's okay. Of course, I'm here 30 miles south of Atlanta, so you can imagine what I get here.
Mm-hmm.
And but traditional country music, there's a lot of people still love traditional country music.
Absolutely.
And gospel.
And gospel, and you've got a gospel song called Crucified, you were telling me off the air, that's coming out, and I think a 14-song gospel album that you're getting ready to release too?
Correct. My producer is Bob McKilpin in Nashville.
I know him.
And he's a lead. Mm-hmm. You know Bob?
I do.
He's a wonderful guy, and he's a genius with music.
Yep. We're friends on Facebook, have been for a long time.
Well, he's a great guy. Me and him works together. When the pandemic hit, you can't go nowhere. So we figured out how we could make music without me being in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in the studio, and I just recorded on what I do. I demoed the song, put the music to it and the chords to it, and I sent it to Bob. And then we work back and forth to get the song right the way we want it.
Yeah, I love it.
And but we've cut a lot of good music, and I got a song on there called Taste of the Wine. I'll have to send some, I've got a bunch of them. You can always pick them up.
Yep.
And on Reverb Nation, I mean, a lot of my songs and videos. I got videos on YouTube, and Lay Me Down's on YouTube.
That's awesome.
And I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything you can think of.
I'm going to be checking you out some more, that's for sure, after this interview tonight. And I was just telling you off the air, too. Monday night, I interviewed a gentleman by the name of Matt Winters. You got to check him out. He makes some great gospel music as well.
Yeah, I was listening to him.
Was you? Yeah, he's super good, and I'm starting to get a lot more gospel music and country gospel. So, I'm all about playing good music. He's so talented. You're talented, and that's how you get on this program, man. It's all about the music.
Well, that's another thing I like about your show, because you play gospel as well as country and new country. You kind of mix it all up. And it gives everybody a chance in music to be heard.
Absolutely.
And like this song, this album, Bob is producing, but I've wrote some gospel songs over the past, and he's bringing them all up to date. You know what I'm saying? Remastered them.
Right.
But it'll go to press probably next week, and it'll be me with standing there with a Bible and guitar and all that in front of a church and all that.
There you go. Well, that's awesome.
But it'll be on.
Elvis, I appreciate your time tonight. I look forward to hearing more from you on the gospel album when it's done. And where would you prefer that folks reach out to you on social media and listen to your music?
Okay, they can go to Facebook, E.L. Carden. They can go to Reverb Nation, Elvis Lloyd Carden. Okay. They can go to cdbaby.com, Elvis Carden, and buy music. Okay. And I'm also Elvis Carden on TikTok.
Okay. And
my website. My website is www.elvislcardenmusicbmi.com.
There you go. I was just going to say that. You covered that too. So good stuff, man. I appreciate your time tonight. We're going to kick off the top of the hour with one of your songs. How about that?
I appreciate it. And I know everybody, I'd like to really know how people feel about Call 911.
Yep.
Read Psalms 91.
That's going to be next right here. Call 911, Psalm 91 from Elvis Carden on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country Fast.
Before you run into trouble, dash your foot against the stone. Before them old pestilence, Cobra hit your home. Call out to Jesus, call 911. Call out to Jesus, read Psalms 91. And the Bible, God wrote these words. And Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Lord, He's my refuge, He's my fortress, and Hear my before you run into trouble, dash your foot against a stone. Before that old pestilence, Cobra hit your home. Call out to Jesus, call 911. Call out to Jesus, read Psalms 91. Call out to Jesus, dial 911. Call out to Jesus, read Psalms 91.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Well, I look like hell, smell like smoke, cigarettes, beer and marijuana. After losing my brother, my dog, and my mama, I should be raising some hell somewhere on the beach down in the Bahamas. There's got to be some life out there somewhere. I should do like Kenny, grab a chair at the beach under a palm tree in Daytona. Like Tim McGraw, live like I'm a dying. There's got to be some life out there somewhere. There's got to be. There's got to be. There's got to be some life out there somewhere. There's people out of work, foreclosures down the street, bad news and politics on my TV. I can see the sun go down, bikinis all around, with Jimmy Buffett down in Margaritaville. Yeah, I look like hell, smell like smoke, cigarettes and beer and marijuana. I had to bury my brother, my dog, and my mama. I should be having some fun out in the sun on the beach in California. There's got to be some life out there somewhere. There's got to be. There's got to be some life out there somewhere. There's got to be. There's got to be. There's got to be. There's got to be. Yeah, there's got to be some life out there somewhere. This for you, Mama.
What a great interview I just had with that gentleman right there. His name is Elvis Cardin. It is Carden. Go check him out everywhere on social media and Life Out There Somewhere. He told me right before I played that song, he wrote that right after his mom passed away, drinking beer and marijuana. I love it. That one wasn't country gospel, but he's got that too, ladies and gentlemen. He's got it going on. Man, two great interviews tonight. Welcome to the third hour of the Tim Kelly Show, live from the Tim Kelly Studios in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We are live for one more hour on our website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Well, you know, this is a one-man show, but that's also the title of this next song from our good friend Jonathan Lynn on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Loving her is all I live for. Loving her, I'm the only man she wants to know, Lord, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. Now I'm a star in her arms, with her body so soft and warm. We're singing a song that no one else knows, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. She's the stage, she's the crowd, she's the words I sing out loud. And every time we do the show, it makes love stronger and lets it grow.
so soft and warm. We're singing a song that no one else knows, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. Loving her is a one-man show.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
She said goodbye for the last time, and I ain't heard a word from that girl. So I'm gonna sit here, nurse a cold beer, ease her out of my mind with a little Merle. I'm gonna crack one open, crank one up. Love's gone to hell, so to hell with love. Gonna need 3 chords to tell the truth. Only thing that helps getting over you is a steel guitar, long necks on a neon bar. Yeah, the only way this heart is getting through this good old ice cold country music. Man, they get me straight and Whitley. They always bring me back from the brink. She ain't been gone long, but I know she's long gone. So I think I'll just stay here and drink. I'm gonna crack one open, crank one up. Love's gone to hell, so to hell with love. Gonna need 3 chords to tell the truth. Only thing that helps getting over you is a steel guitar, long necks on a neon bar. Yeah, the only way this heart is getting through this good old ice cold country music. Crank one up, love's gone to hell, so to hell with love. Gonna need 3 chords to tell the truth. Only thing that helps getting over you is a steel guitar, long necks on a neon bar. Yeah, the only way this heart is getting through this good old ice cold country music. Good old ice cold country music.
We mentioned this group in the great interview tonight with Mark Perkins. They are Sutherland right there in some ice-cold country music. That's how I like my country music, while I'm drinking my ice-cold sweet tea right here during the show as well. Well, I hope you got something cold, because the next song is called I Don't Want to Move, and you shouldn't, because you should stay attached to your mobile device or your computer right now. We're going to play a great song, a hit ballad by a buddy of mine by the name of Jason Black. This is called I Don't Want to Move on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, new country's best on this Wednesday night.
hold my hand a little longer. I'm not ready to let go. Let me stay and grow a little stronger before I try this on my own. My heart is aching and my steps unsure. But till I wake it doesn't matter anymore. So I don't wanna move, I just wanna stay here inside this room, holding you this way. 'Cause right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. Let me hide a little longer from this loneliness inside. Save me from another morning where all I long for is the night. I know I promised I would be alright, and with my eyes closed it doesn't feel like I lied. So I don't wanna move, I just wanna stay here inside this room, holding you this way. It's right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. I know that I must say goodbye, wake up and move on with my life. But please forgive me if I take my time. 'Cause I don't wanna move, I just wanna stay here inside this room, holding you this way. It's right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. It's better than the truth, 'cause living without you is more than I can do. So I don't wanna move.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
All you can think about is growing up and moving out, chasing those dreams, but it ain't all it seems. First car, first love, first time you got dumped. Don't blink twice, it'll all be gone. It can feel so slow, waiting on tomorrow, but enjoy the moment, 'cause time is borrowed. Can't get it back, can't press pause, so don't let it go. Start living in slow motion. Whoa, slow motion, yeah. Crazy how those dreams get hit with reality, getting pennies for your time, but you're paying out dimes. be the best years of your life. So live it up, enjoy the ride, and don't blink twice, it'll all be gone. It can feel so slow, waiting on tomorrow, but enjoy the moment, 'cause time is borrowed. Can't get it back, can't press pause, so don't let it go. Start living in slow motion. Whoa. Slow motion. Whoa. Don't blink twice, it'll all be gone. It can feel so slow, waiting on tomorrow, but enjoy the moment. It can feel so slow, waiting on tomorrow, but enjoy the moment, 'cause time is borrowed. Can't get it back, can't press pause, so don't let it go. Start living in slow motion. Whoa. Slow motion. Yeah. Start living in slow motion. Whoa. Slow motion. Yeah.
That is the latest single from Haley Verall. That is called Slow Motion. Haley is HayleyVerrall, if you want to check her out. And I just typed her name into our live chat room. She is a great Canadian artist and sent to us by my good friend Lauren Tuddy from Lauren Tuddy Promotions, who is also a show and station sponsor. Check them all out on our sponsor tab on the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Well, this next artist had the pleasure of opening for Tim McGraw last summer on his 2022 tour. He currently has a brand new single out that he wrote about his wife. Her name is Destiny, and yes, she is very pretty. They met on Facebook on those People You May Know tabs. That's how he met Destiny, and they just started talking and hit it off. They had 2 kids each. Now they have 4 as a family. Brandon Davis. This is called Pretty on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Wednesday night.
Hurricane of jeans on the bedroom floor, 20 pair of shoes on the bed, 45 minutes putting makeup on. I'm watching, thinking what's coming next. I bet by now that you've walked in a couple dozen times, asking, hey baby, tell me what you think. Do I look pretty enough tonight? And I'm thinking I'm a lucky guy, 'cause you're pretty lovely, pretty tough, pretty much all I'm dreaming of. When it comes to late night living room barefoot dancing, you're a star. Pretty patient, pretty strong, but that ain't all you got going on. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to pretty, you set the bar. But it's pretty crazy if you think pretty is all you are. You're Picasso in a t-shirt, painting the walls, a spackle-covered beautiful mess. Sous chef, ramen noodle queen, Einstein in a sundress. So when you think that all the world can see is just another pretty face, girl, let me set the record straight. 'Cause you're pretty lovely, pretty tough, pretty much all I'm dreaming of. When it comes to late night living room barefoot dancing, you're a star. Pretty patient, pretty strong, but that ain't all you got going on. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to pretty, you set the bar. But it's pretty crazy if you think pretty is all you are to me. You best believe you're as graceful as you're smart. So if you're asking me, pretty is a pretty good place to start.
'Cause you're pretty lovely, pretty tough, pretty much all I'm dreaming of. When it comes to late night living room barefoot dancing, you're a star. Pretty patient, pretty strong, but that ain't all you got going on. You're made of your mind, stubborn kind that follows your heart. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to pretty, you set the bar. But it's pretty crazy if you think pretty's all you are. All you are. Damn, you're pretty.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I was driving to a new big city, starting a job, trying to make my living. I was happy till I hit a detour and delay. As the sun came down, I saw a small town, a country diner lit up with neon. Outside I heard the honky-tonk music play. I told myself it's gonna be alright, but self told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. In my Vera Wang, I'm looking so fine. Got my Dooney and Burke to go inside. When I walk into the place, every face turned and looked at me. Well, I tossed my hair and held up my head. I could hear the whispers and read their lips. Found a table, more than able to hold my own, you see. I told myself it's gonna be alright, but self told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. No hat, no boots, betray my roots. There might be a fox in a chicken coop, so I flash to smell like my jewelry shining in the light. Oh, these clink up boys with the big truck toys, we're having fun and making some noise, but it's easy to see they know how to treat a lady right. He won me over with his big broad shoulders and a heart as big as his head. He had a smile like a child on Christmas morning, swept me away without warning when he asked me to dance. I told myself it's gonna be alright, myself told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. Yeah, I'm doing country tonight. Come on, oh, I'm a city girl. I'm a city girl. Come on, oh, yeah, I'm doing country tonight.
I'm doing the same thing. How about that? That is 15-year-old McKenna Faith Winters. She's hanging out live in our chat room tonight. Got home from softball practice and tunes in to the radio program. Now that's some support right there, ladies and gentlemen. Right back at you. I'll play your song for you just for that right there. Well, I'll tell you what, we got another gentleman in our chat room tonight that we have known for some time. He's got a brand new single out to radio. I told him I was going to play it tonight, but now that we know he's in here and he's listening, let's play it for him and all the folks that he's got tuned in. He's our good friend Blake Anderson. His latest single is called 8 Ball on the Tim Kelly Show. From KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Wednesday night.
Bartender slinging drinks, band playing widely, smoke hanging in the air. Old George is lonely, looking for someone he can talk to without a care. Everybody's taking their shot to get away from the thought of the Monday blues. And there's a couple playing pool. They don't care about the dance floor, they just want a little more time with the neon moon. He racks them up cause he lost, laughs about that 8 ball that sank when he hit his tune. Yeah, pool is the game, but it's love being played. Drunks playing shuffleboard, fighting over who scored. Ditch on the exit sign. Old George is in line, dancing all out of time. Boots scooting Copperhead Road. Yeah, darts are being thrown, lies are being told, but they're just playing pool. They don't care about the dance floor, they just want a little more time with the neon moon. He racks them up cause he lost, laughs about that 8 ball that sank when he hit his tune. Yeah, pool is the game, but it's love being played. Oh yeah. Now the only breaking you're gonna see them do, yeah, is breaking up the balls on the table. Break that seal on the bottle with that old black label. They don't care about the dance floor, they just want a little more time with the neon moon. He racks them up cause he lost, laughs about that 8 ball that sank when he hit his tune. They don't care about the dance floor, they just want a little more time with the neon moon. He racks them up cause he lost, laughs about that 8 ball that sank when he hit his tune. Yeah, pool is the game, but it's love being played. Oh, pool is the game, but it's love being played.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
If you think I'm gonna be like all the others before you met me, those other clowns, I've gotta warn you now, I'm gonna let you down. If you're sure it's gonna fall apart and you're only waiting for me to break your heart, thinking that's what love's about, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. suspecting that I'm only here to whisper sweet words in your ear. Just for tonight, I've gotta tell you now, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down.
From the state of Colorado, that's my good friend Mr. Lee Sims. Great traditional country music right there, and I love that one. It is called I'm Gonna Let You Down. Well, I'm not letting you down tonight. We're playing New Country's Best live on the radio tonight, and I don't do too many Wednesday shows. Usually I'm taking Wednesday off because we like to watch our Chicago shows. That is Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD, but there is a writer's strike, an actor's strike, so everything's reruns. I'm giving you live entertainment tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a rerun in about 25 minutes. You can listen to it over and over and over again, and I hope you do. How about up next, our good friend formerly from Texas, now from Oklahoma, season number 6 of NBC's The Voice, all the way to the semifinals, our good buddy Jake Worthington. This is called Closing Time on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It ain't the stories that old jukebox tells. It ain't calling shots over 8-ball felt. Ain't how the neon shines through a smoke-filled room. Ain't hard to understand what keeps me on this stool. It just ain't close enough to closing time for me to leave this bar and our love behind. I know I'll close my tab with you off my mind. It just ain't close enough to closing time. Half a day and half a night to make half a man feel half alright. And when I hear last call, I'll get to leave this place. Oh, but as it sits, I still see your face. It just ain't close enough to closing time for me to leave this bar and our love behind. I know I'll close my tab with you off my mind. It just ain't close enough to closing time.
Old jukebox tells it ain't calling shots over 8-ball film.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Whoa, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Dressing up as blue jeans and a pearl snap, and shorts are taking off their ball cap. Drink beer instead of champagne. Free time means fishing on the lake. Good dog and an old truck. Football was their first love. Little work trying to settle them down, but there's something about them boys with a little twang saying hey, two-finger wave down a two-lane, baby, singing along to some country gold, shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, man. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. Going out is somewhere you can dance slow. Flowers you get, they pick 'em on the way home. They say it all without saying too much. No, you can't get enough of them boys with a little twang saying hey, two-finger wave down a two-lane, baby, singing along to some country gold, shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, ma'am. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. Yes, you do. You fall fast for him. Good dog and an old truck. Football was their first love. Little work trying to settle them down, but there's something about them boys with a little twang saying hey, two-finger wave down a two-line, baby, singing along to some country gold, shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, ma'am. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw.
She is from the great state of Texas, and she is great. How about that one from Jenna Paulette? It is called Slow Draw. Lots of boys have that down in Texas, don't they? Girls too, and I love it. Well, how about the women of country music? Aren't they fantastic? This next female artist scored 9 #1 singles with her former record label Curb Records. Now she has her own independent record label. It is called Dreambound Records. This is called Love on a Maybe from Joe D. Messina on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on this Wednesday night.
You say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get
listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
And I'm thinking about where you are. Thinking never got me far. With a whiskey glass half empty, and I play it all through my mind, singing just to make you smile. So you'll miss me and maybe kiss me. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue. What I'm trying to say is, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. And I order them nice and strong, floating just like a star through the neon light I lean on. 'Cause I'm drinking myself to sleep every other night of the week, till I see you and maybe dream you. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue. What I'm trying to say is, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Where did you go? Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Oh, where did you go? And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue. What I'm trying to say is, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Yeah, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
More great country music from the state of Texas. They are Shotgun Rider and I'm Not Alright. Up next, we'll send this one out to Lula Bradbury. It's Don Louie and Knee on You on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Girl, you sure look good about 7 a.m. when you open up those blue eyes and roll out of bed. In that quitting time, when I get back home, Dad, I miss you kiss, it sure turns me on. But I've been waiting all week to show you all. Now we're 3 beers deep in a 2-step tune, stepping out in your Wranglers and boots, out of there tomorrow. Well, God, that's the truth. You're a diamond in a rhinestone room. Nothing shines, nothing shines like me on you. friends like me on you.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
You got another thing coming if you think I'm gonna wait for you to settle down. This one horse town ain't like the open range. If you want fast-paced freedom, boy, you better leave. If you can't fold the dead man's hand you hold, don't put your chips on me. If you wanna steal my heart, take my breath away. If you wanna kill these lights that set this room aflame. If you're gonna hang your hat by the back door on the wall. If you're gonna love me like an outlaw. You've been sold on fool's gold. Your heart to live in won't come cheap. If you can't quit the saddle, leave it in the barn. Kick off your boots, boy, you can shoot the moon here in my arms. If you wanna steal my heart, take my breath away. If you wanna kill these lights that set this room to flame. If you're gonna hang your hat by the back door on the wall. If you're gonna love me like an outlaw. Ooh, love me like an outlaw. If you wanna steal my heart, take my breath away. If you wanna kill these lights, let's set this room to flame. If you're gonna hang your hat by the back door on the wall. If you're gonna love me, if you're gonna love me like an outlaw. You got another thing coming if you think I'm gonna wait for you to settle down. This one horse town ain't like the open range.
That is the brand new single from Calzy Kulik. It is called Love Me Like an Outlaw. She said that should be Beth's song for the next episode or season of Yellowstone. I totally agree with that statement. Well, I totally agree that I had a good time tonight, too. I want to thank my special guests, Mark Perkins and Elvis Cardin, for joining me on the program tonight. We had a great time hanging out. 2 great interviews and 1 big show on a Wednesday night. How about that? Let's do it again next week. What do you say? The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Thinking back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down there